All right, Jay, you know what? I've been trying to reach you for the last couple of days, and whether it is fortunate or unfortunate for you, you got caught today, which is your birthday also.
A special
So,
occasion.
yeah, so I think Sagittarians have to match that, no? So we have to get on the forum on a birthday correctly, so which is great. Anyway, so
You are
welcome.
the first person interviewing me on a birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so welcome to this forum. We call it the Excellence Speak series, and this is
Okay.
episode 11. And I'm
Okay.
glad that episode 11 is with a great sports personality. Okay,
Thank you.
so just to give you an idea, Nyan, we have brought in armed forces personnel, we have brought in senior people in corporate, we have brought HR professionals, we have brought people who are into space research, into marketing. So different people who are all excelled in different fields, and you have excelled in the sports field. Okay, so the very first question that I have for you is, everyone looks up to you as a role model. You know, a former star sports personality in basketball. You were the captain of the Indian team. You were part of the All Stars team. Also, you're a banking professional. Okay, both you and Prasanna have been holding on jobs of importance, both in the banking industry and in the railways. Okay, now I just wanted to know, how has the sports fraternity reacted to the COVID pandemic, and how are the sports person coping with this situation?
Yeah, I think the question has to be two part. One is the people, the active sports persons
Oh,
facing the pandemic, and people like us, the veterans you call, or legends facing the pandemic. What I've done is I'm also the Secretary General for the Indian Basketball Players Association. So we realized that there is no active or physical action happening. We thought, okay, let us do more virtual sharing the knowledge. So we started a program called basketball, it's called IBPA basketball series. So as you are done, we have interviewed people, and it's easy now. This virtual
that's
through. We are touching people from NBA, and we have done almost 15 episodes.
okay. All right, great. No, I just also wanted to know, now, see, sports professionals have to keep in touch for them to be at peak efficiency, right?
Correct.
So now with this pandemic, how have they coped with it? That's what I want.
Yeah, personally, I have a active sports person in my family, my daughter. So luckily, because of my wife is in railways, we have a compound, and her coach, Krishna's coach also was luckily here. During the lockdown, he got locked at Chennai. So he was staying with me, and we made a shooting, arena here. Shooting means throwing arena. So they were doing activities inside I mean,
Compound.
compound, yes.
Yeah. So what about other professionals? I mean, people who are in different fields like athletics or basketball or volleyball and all that. What are they doing during this pandemic?
Most of the people were doing aerobics, watching YouTube, and doing some exercise inside the. Most of the people are in the flats. So there is no. Luckily, we are in a different place. So you have to adjust to the situation. That's why the sports people, they have to adjust to the various situation. So they
Adapt.
were pandemic as a challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be adaptable, and that happens even in a game. No, you can't just go with a fixed mindset and a fixed mentality.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Flexible. Yeah, absolutely right. In fact, I'm glad that the IPL has started, though without audience and all that. So that's another question that I have for you. How does it feel to play without an audience, without spectators? How does it feel? I don't know. I mean, have you had this situation before?
I have no. Again, the situation, like the tournaments. I remember the basketball tournaments happened, especially in Tamil Nadu rural areas. I'm not talking about the cities. Like there's a place called Tuticorin where the Madura Courts basketball tournament used to have during 80s and 90s. The basketball court is adjacent to the beach. The Madura Courts of their factory, not factory, their residential area, a complex and all near to the Tuticorin beach. So morning, if you go there, you out of 10 attempts you make, you may not be able to convert two because so much breeze and all these things. But when you go in for the evening, the spectators of around 3,000 it is not an indoor stadium those days.
I know.
Okay, it was jam-packed stadium. When you are stepping in, it is like total, there is no breeze. And it's like so that we had a lot of feeling. And another thing, when we are talking about the crowd, we played a Federation Cup in Tirupur. Tirupur, the match was, I was playing for Indian Bank, and the semi-final was with Kerala Police. So in Tirupur, there are a lot of Keralites. I mean, during most of the people are workers and employees of this various factory. So huge crowd. The match was supposed to be at 5:30, but people were online for 3:30, and the tickets were selling in black. In my life, first time I'm talking about, it is in mid 80s.
Wow.
90s.
Okay.
It was really thrilling to play on an active, gallery, packed gallery.
Absolutely. I think your performance goes to the next level, when you have.
Of course. Yeah. But now the sport is changed. Now it's a more televised sports. More than the the active gallery. This is happening all over the globe through the TV medium. Yeah.
So that's what. So the next question that I have is, now this pandemic has affected every part of human life across the world, including sports. Now we are seeing signs of recovery. Okay, some countries faster, some countries slower. How quickly do you think the world of sports, including the spectators' involvement, get back to normal? I mean, just an estimate. How much will it be?
I am a banker, so we talk about the next financial year. I think I'm expecting by April, May, it should be back.
Okay, all right, great. I mean,
the medicine for COVID also will be fully available.
Absolutely.
So I'm expecting 1 quarter or 4 months to get everything normal.
Excellent, super. I'm also looking forward. There's so much to look forward to when there's actual sporting action happening. I mean, there's so much to do. Yeah. So I came to the next question like this. See, yours is a very unique model sports family. Okay. You're there as head of this family. Yeah, no, you're the president, prime minister signs mostly. Prasanna also being prime minister, who was also a former captain of India. And now you have Krishna, of course, who's taking to field sports. Now, I just wanted to ask you, how much important is family support for sports legends to be created?
Yeah, I saw your question. I mean, before I step into my family with Prasanna and kids, I want to talk about my parents. I started the game, I still remember early 80s, when I was in Kerala, in Trichur. First time I got an opportunity to play for Kerala under 16. That time there was not much funding. So the association, the Kerala Basketball Association, asked all the players to contribute towards the expenses. So I think around 3,000 or 3,500 or something I had to pay. And my parents both are NGOs, government servants, So all of a sudden when you go and ask them for money, I mean, the situation. But they managed to this. Because of that, I played for the Kerala under 16. And because of my representation under 16, at that time I was studying for +2 in Kerala in pre-degree. And because of that, I got selected into the sports hostel.
Yeah.
That made everything, that changed the whole made me as a basketball player, and here I am.
Yeah.
So I have to salute my parents and now my family. Now the same thing, we are now, for example, my daughter is about to go to Jamaica. Same thing happening. She is not getting any support from the government right now because she has not officially because she is also not no competitions till now. Now we have to spend from our pocket, but I still remember my parents. So my parents supported at that time. So it is time for us to support my daughter. So that's the reason we are. I said we go ahead.
Sorry. Absolutely. And I think that's a very, very important thing. It should not be only for the fact that, it's because it can be a good profession. So you'll choose only tennis. These are the lucrative sports, tennis or something. You're letting her choose what she wants to do. I think that's
of course. Yeah.
Absolutely. Very nice. Because, I mean, you would expect that, okay, former captain, father, former captain, basketball, mother, she should go into basketball. Well, not necessary.
No, that will make pressure on her. We don't want to do that.
Absolutely right. Perfectly right. Absolutely. So yeah. So the next question that I have is, as a role model, what do you feel that the younger generation needs to have both in skills and abilities for them to become a renowned sports person? What should they do? What should the youngsters do?
No, first of all, they should be disciplined. The discipline is the number one.
Yeah.
Then determination. You have to, and there should be a goal. You should, no, depending on what level you're going to do that. It is entertainment just for a casual sport, or you are going to be serious on sport, or, like that. So first of all, you have to choose, and you have to choose the right discipline. I mean, I'm talking about not the first you have to look for the general, like, depending on the age again. Okay, for a younger one, they have to start for the fitness. They can start with the swimming and gymnastic or whatever. Then they can select as per their now scientifically proved as per your parent gene. You can guess or predict what is the level you are going to. Accordingly, you can choose the sports.
Okay. But I think, to a large extent, since I am also from the armed forces, I understand discipline. I understand the fact that now when I'm working with the youngsters, there are a few things missing. I think they're not looking at the longer term. They're all looking for quick results. Okay.
Yeah, especially now you have the current generation.
Yeah. So what is your advice to them? What do you feel that they should do?
No, basically, the fitness that will push the personality. You are a fitness freak, and that will inject confidence on you. See, if I can give you a very good example, we used to do a lot of summer basketball camps because it would be difficult for us to do a full-fledged camp. So we do. When I was active also during this vacation, I used to conduct basketball camps. And I have seen a lot of parents, they used to come and say that, my daughter or son won't talk to anyone, and they are very reserved and everything. I said, don't bother. And within, say, a couple of weeks, they will totally, that person, I have seen them on my own eyes, they are totally changed themselves, So sports will automatically develop your personality and, confidence on you. So that is very, very important, that you have to select and you have to start with any sports you start with, then you select it.
See, actually, so I have to share a small incident with you, Jay. There's another friend of mine, another Jayasankar. He's a group captain. He's a skydiver. He's an awardee and all that, adventure awardee. So we conducted a skydiving show in Pondicherry. Okay, and my friend and I, we were just discussing about the fact, we were asking the audience, what do you think is important for youngsters? You know what that person said? It was a random person. Okay, he said, sports are important. Sports, so my point is, sports can change the personality of a person, make him a holistic personality. So you're absolutely right in that.
And awareness on now the parents are more, they are more aware of what is the benefit of sports.
Yeah, correct.
Thanks to all the medium. So that is where slowly it's coming up. But not, we need more.
That's right. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to ask you about some incident that you remember, some really remarkable incident which happened when you were in active basketball. I want you to share one incident which you can't forget at all. Anything for the audience to appreciate.
A lot of incidents. Anyway, let me start with representing the country, India. I played for the senior Indian team at the age of 19. I'm one of the youngest to play for the Indian team. So those days, I still remember the match. It was in Asian Championship at Bangkok. So normally we used to say that the players, once those youngsters, they will get chance maybe after a couple of years. Okay. So the first match was against Jordan. Jordan was the bronze medal third place team in the previous Asian Championship, and they have two huge brothers. So coach Pradipal Singh, he's no more. So we had a pep talk before the game. Before the lunch, we used to have a talk. So we were all sitting. So I was sitting casually. So coach was telling about you have to do this and all this thing. And he was talking about the starting five. In basketball, it's not a first five. We call it starting five. So he was naming the players. He said Ajmer Singh. He's one of the legends in basketball. Then he said Mohammad Rizwan, Rajan, Satprakash, and I think he said Shankar. So I just, I was sitting like casually, nice place, Bangkok, to freak out. Just like a casually. Then when I heard my friend nearby, Harish Prasad, I think he just, pinched me. Hey, your name is called. So it was a real surprise. I played my first international tournament in the starting five for the Indian team.
Wow.
It was a great opportunity, and I still remember that.
Okay, and when you were part of the Asian All-Stars, Tell us an incident that you remember.
Asian also again is another opportunity, rare opportunity. When I played at the sixth again a golden chance for me. You know, basketball you start with, as I said, it's a 5. But I played as the first substitute because the Asian All-Star means 16 top players of the Asia.
Yeah.
So I thank God I was one amongst from the South Asia. I was the first person to play for Asian All-Star from not only from the India, from the South Asian countries, half countries. And again, there I played as a first substitute, and it was again, and the game is totally, different. You know, basketball is a number game. You have to play on number 2, number 3, like that, and it's an advanced game. And luckily, I was trained under, for example, Bivin Chako, one of the coach from Kerala. Then later that we had a coach from Cuba and all foreign coaches. So we could learn the advanced level of basketball. So it was easy for us to, within 2 days only we had practice, but we were doing all this set play. So it was a very good experience. And there I had an opportunity to meet the basketball NBA legend Iceman Gervin Johnson. And I still remember we had a shooting competition. He's a well-known personality in basketball, and we had he says rolling. And thank God, among the tall players, I used to shoot those days outside the three-pointer. So he was telling, "Hi, big man, you have a good hand," and all those things. So still remembering the good days.
Yeah, I know, I understand. Yeah, these things it'll never leave your mind. It's so important. So that is what we are hoping to do with this particular series also.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity.
When people are seeing you on LinkedIn and all that, if they hear a message from you, I think it will be very, very important. Okay. So can you share a message for the youth who want to take up sports as a career? What is the message you would like to give them?
First message is no shortcut in sports.
Yeah, good message. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen the children, youngsters doing all this thing. That is not good. And sports, definitely you work hard first. Definitely you'll be benefited. Yeah. So I repeat, there is no shortcut. You work out with a determination and with a goal. You have to do this. Aim. You should aim like a game in basketball. The basketball ring is 10 feet height. But that is life. So you have to always keep your goal up and aim it. Then you will achieve it.
Brilliant. And like you said, discipline is probably the most important character that they need to have for them to succeed. No? Wonderful, Jay. It was really, really wonderful having you with us.
Thank you.
Because, like I said, we just wanted to keep it like a short, small, casual chat.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Doing a good job.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Jay, and all the very best. And we will catch you again, right?
Thank you. Bye. Take care. Thank you.